Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Alam niyo, meron talaga akong ibang topic dapat na pag-uusapan para sa episode natin ngayong gabi, March 16, 2026. But I thought ito na lang muna ang uunahin ko dahil I think mas urgent siya na update. Mas gusto ninyong malaman ito. There are going to be big changes sa Express Entry and OINP. Parehong may update na nilabas today. Okay? Sige, ano unahin natin? Sige, unahin na lang po muna natin yung sa Express Entry. Alright? By the way, guys, no, I am expecting to discuss this same issue with one of our sukes, maybe a consultant or an immigration lawyer. So, if you have questions about yung pag-uusapan natin, ilagay nyo sa comment section so that when that time comes, siguro in 1 day or 2 days, pwede kong itanong yung inyong mga clarifications about these announced changes. Okay. Well, upcoming changes. Okay, dun sa Express Entry, Pinablish na po ng IRCC yung tinatawag nilang Departmental Plan for 2026 to 2027. Ayan po yan. You guys can access this yourselves. You can Google it. Yung nakikita nyo dyan, makikita nyo yan. Napakahaba nito, no? Oh my, napakahaba. So I already cut yung relevant portion for our discussion, issues which I think you guys are most interested to know. So, yung ipapakita ko po sa inyong screen grabs, galing po dyan. Okay? Una, mukhang magbabalik ang points na binibigay sa merong mga job offers. A while back, tinanggal yan dahil dun sa issue ng Lamia for sale, nagbebentahan ng mga Lamia, libo-libo. Dahil dyan, okay, I believe one of the reasons rather, kaya tinanggal na lang yung points na binibigay dyan, parang 50 points yun kung meron kang job offer. Ngayon, nakasulat dito, mukhang ibabalik, pero hindi para sa lahat ng may job offers. Sabi dito, one of their strategies to remain competitive under Express Entry is by developing a broader suite of reforms to Express Entry, including the addition of points for job offers and Canadian work experience in high-wage occupations, and also consideration of how to reward those and who are certified to work in regulated occupations. Okay, so una, mukhang magbabalik ang additional points. Hindi pa po klaro sa ngayon kung ilang points yan. Sa merong job offers and Canadian work experience, again, in high-wage occupations only. And then the second part of that, it looks like there will also be, kumbaga, incentives for those na merong certification, okay? Certified to work in regulated occupations. This is all we know for now. Huwag niyo akong tanungin kung anong specific jobs. Wala pa po, but definitely we will update you on that pag meron na rin. Yan yung for Express Entry. Meron pa akong isang nilagay Teka nga, tatanggalin ko lang itong nasa likod dahil medyo magulo, no? Okay, part 2 dito sa Express Entry, meron pa, no? Makakaroon din daw ng ito naman, alright. Magkakaroon ng bagong startup visa pilot program. Right now kasi, no, yung SUV startup visa program ay nakapos. Balita ko, napakaraming problema rin sa stream na yan. Napakatagal nung naging processing time, even if yung mga nag-apply dyan, naka-invest na ng malalaking pera dito sa Canada. No? So, I understand, ang daming problema doon. I guess this is their solution to address that situation. Creating a new high-impact startup visa pilot that will replace and address observed issues with the existing startup visa program. Okay, nakasulat dun sa bandang baba niya. Eligibility criteria and streamlined program elements will focus on elite entrepreneurs. Ano kaya ang ibig sabihin nila ng elite entrepreneurs, Okay, and then yung nasa pinakababa, for naman to, family reunification sa mga nag-a-apply ng super visa for grandparents, parents, magkakaroon daw ng bagong proseso to make it easier for families hosting super visa applicants to meet the minimum necessary income threshold. Ano ba ang ano ngayon, guys? I'm not really familiar with it kung ano ang income requirement, but according to this, it looks like baka babaan yung income requirement na yan. Again, sa mga magsusponsor ng mga super visa applicants. Okay, now puntahan natin yung OINP. Meron pong update sa mismong website ng OINP. Okay, let me put this up. Here you go. Again, you guys can visit this website yourselves. Okay? 2026 OINP updates. Oh, meron silang pinost. Ngayon, March 16. Okay, regulatory changes to the OINP. O, puntahan natin. Ang sasabihin ko lang, ako hindi na ako na-surprise dito because actually binalikan ko, we had this episode with Dayanara M. Puerto Bantigue way back in December, early December ng 2025. Ayan yung title. From 8, 4 streams na lang? Question mark. Okay, I think yung title niyan sa baba was parang a proposed overhaul sa OINP. Okay, I think that was from December 5 na episode natin dito sa channel. At that time po kasi ang pinag-usapan namin, merong lumabas na balita from OINP, merong ongoing consultations noon tungkol sa pinopropose ng mga nangangasiwa ng OINP sa mga pagbabagong tinitignan nito. Okay, so what I'm saying is mukhang ito na ang resulta ng consultation na yun. Yung pinakita ko sa inyong thumbnail. So we discussed 4 streams being eyed, okay, at that time, being considered. If I'm not mistaken, meron dun parang tinitignan na magkaroon ng stream for healthcare, yan. Tapos exceptional talents. Tapos, teka, actually sinulit ko pala dito yun eh. Oh, and then there's gonna be an entrepreneur stream daw, okay? Isa yan sa mga pinupush during the consultation period. O, sige, hindi ko sinasabi na yan po mismo ang mangyayari. Pero mukhang may glimpse na tayo that it is coming soon. Kung ano man itong napagdesisyonan nila na new streams. Okay? Under Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program. Okay. Sabi po dito, the OINP is making changes that will allow the minister to redesign the OINP by creating or removing selection streams. Posibleng mag-create ng bagong stream, magtanggal ng bagong stream. So mukhang overhaul talaga ang mangyayari dito. Other changes include preparing the regulation to launch new streams. Okay, so clearly magkakaroon ng bago. Including simplifying the director's application processing steps. Okay. Sabi dito, updating program streams as well to better target provincial labor needs, including clarifying the process the director undertakes when determining draws. Okay. Magkakaroon din daw ng pagbabago that will strengthen the program's integrity by allowing the director's refusal and cancellation notices to be sent by email, mail, or in person, and deeming them delivered rather than requiring proof of receipt. Okay, guys, naalala nyo yung mga binalik na applications under the skilled trade stream? So at that time ba, nung binalik yun, meron pang parang proof of receipt na ni-require? Kumbaga para i-acknowledge ng mga applicants na nakuha nila yung cancellation notice. Okay, so this time, basta na ipadala na yung cancellation notice or refusal notice, yun na yun. Hindi na kailangan ng proof of receipt. Okay, now what does this mean? Naku, mukhang pahiwatig na merong mga ika-cancel na mga applications, hindi ba? Okay. Ito, bago rin to. Ito, totoo pala, no? I think they will make it clear that misrepresentation, if mahuli na may misrepresentation in some of the applications, magkakaroon po ng administrative monetary penalty. Sino kaya magkakaroon ng monetary penalty? Si applicant lang ba? O pati ang kanilang mga authorized representatives just in case meron? Okay, that's still unclear for now. Okay, ang sabi dito, these updates are needed to carry out the OINP's redesign and will help ensure that the OINP can select applicants who are ready to contribute to Ontario's economy without displacing Canadian workers while upholding program integrity. At ito na nga, more to come, no? Sa detalye. More details on the proposed program redesign and launch dates will be shared soon. So continue to monitor this page. And of course, we will continue to do that also for everybody else. Naku. So ito na nga. Mukhang paparating na, malapit-lapit na yung overhaul sa OINP. I'm sure your concerns also include paano kaya yung maaapektuhan sakaling may magsara tapos may magbubukas. Sa ngayon, hindi ko rin po alam ang sagot dyan. I will try my best to secure an interview with you guys. Siguro good idea rin kung hintayin natin yung details, no? Dito, bago ba tayo kumuha ng may interview. O basta iisipin ko muna. For now, if you want me to ask specific questions about concerns relating to this, ilagay nyo po dyan sa comment section. And I will raise it. Okay, when that time comes, yung episode na yun. Okay, so I will end this episode here. Daming ganap, ano? I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!